Marquez here, live and direct. J Marqeting, I call, you close more real estate listings. We're live on Instagram over here, and we're live on Facebook over here. Let me finish getting logged into the dialer system here, and we'll get rocking and rolling. We're going to start making some live calls. Going to be calling expireds, FSBOs, and some other lead sources and converting them into qualified real estate listing appointments. So give me just a few moments here and I'll get everything set up. In the meantime, if you guys have questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, feel free to give me one sec. Let's start the watch party. Go. Good morning, Nancy. Okay. Let's see the best place to set the Instagram live up. We go. So I got it live on Facebook. And then on my phone, I got it streaming live on Instagram. So now that we got all the logistics out of the way, let me get logged into the dialer. Hope everybody's having a good Monday morning. In the meantime, if you guys, and I'll get to your questions or comments or thoughts or ideas when I can.
Welcome to Storm.
So we're now logged into the RedX Vortex Storm Dialer. That's the system we use for prospecting. If you guys are just joining, thank you for coming and checking it out. It means the world to me. If you could share the stream on your page publicly so we can get some other people in here. Again, I'm live right now on Instagram and on Facebook. Let's go. Hi, Maria.
Hello. You got the wrong number, sir.
Oh man, I'm calling for 1508 Liberty Street for Maria Arvello. She hung up. On to the next. Delete that contact so we don't call back when we come back around. Hey Jack, hey Sean. pre-recording as well. What's up, Anthony?
You've reached the law office of George Heineck. We are unable to answer your call at the present time. However, if you leave your name, telephone number, and a short message.
George Heineck.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 40850.
What's up, Tia? Sean, what's up, man? You working today? You down in Los Angeles? Oh, okay. Are you off down in the Bay, or are you off in Los Angeles? So with voicemails, there's already, I have voicemails pre-recorded in the system, and so I don't have to leave a manual voicemail. All I do is click a button, and then it will automatically, then it will automatically leave a message that I pre-recorded. Thanks for asking.
Hello?
Hi, good morning. I was calling for Randall or Michelle. Maybe it wasn't a good morning for her because she hung up. I'm gonna call back. Yeah, dude. Pre-recorded voicemails.
You have reached the voicemail box of 919.
So like in that case, all I do is click drop voicemail, and then it automatically leaves the voicemail that I pre-recorded. So I have several different voicemails pre-recorded depending on the type of call that I'm working on. Yeah, bro, with technology, I mean, this is like fusion prospecting. You know, we're doing the old school twist of cold calling, but we're using technology to leverage those processes and strategies. So it's like fusion real estate prospecting. Old school flavor with the new school twist. Hi, Mrs. Rice.
Yes.
It's Jeremy with Keller Williams Preferred calling about your property on Silk Tree.
Okay.
We saw that it expired on the MLS today, so we were wondering if there's anything that we could do to help you get it sold.
Not at this moment. I think we're just gonna keep it off the market for a few months.
When you do relist in a few months, do you plan to work with the same team, or would you be open to interviewing different strategies?
I think we'd be open, but that's really up to my husband.
Of course, and I wouldn't expect you to make any decisions right now. If you'd like, I'd like to send you a quick one-time email with Karen, my boss's information, so when you and Daniel are ready, we can set up a time for you to meet with her.
Okay.
What's the best email?
JessicaRice@yahoo.com.
So your first name, last name at yahoo.com.
Yes.
Did you get any feedback from PJ Investments as to why it didn't sell?
Probably just the time of the year.
Did they say that? Because we're selling a lot of property right now.
Yeah, it's probably just, she said it was just the time of the year.
Gotcha. Well, just so you know, Karen, my boss, this is when she sells the most property this time of year, and I can send you information so you can take a look at that.
Okay.
And all I'd like to do when you're ready is set up a time for you and Daniel to meet with her and hear what her strategy would be to market the property and get the job done for you.
Okay.
So when you say a few months in your mind, you're thinking you would want to relist in February, March?
Probably, maybe even April. I don't know. I have a son who is going to be graduating high school, so we probably won't be looking to move until after he graduated in June.
Gotcha. So if it had sold when you had it on the market, what were the plans?
We had a contract on a house, and we would move, but now it would just be too late.
Ah, so you found something and it was on contingent of this selling?
Yes.
Well, I'll talk to Karen, and what we'll do is we'll just look at the numbers, and when you're ready, we can definitely develop a strategy to help you guys get into that new house and get this one sold. So I'll shoot you an email, and when you're ready, just let us know, and I'll have Karen come by, meet with you guys, and at least let you know what we would do different so you can have a different strategy in mind.
All right. Sounds good.
If we had a buyer today, hypothetically, because we don't, but if we did, would you consider selling today?
Probably not now. No.
I mean, if everything lined up as far as the new property and this being sold for the right price.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, probably.
I know it's hard to say because you probably expected it to sell the first time, and there's probably a little bit of frustration there.
Yeah, I definitely did, because houses in this neighborhood generally go pretty quickly, and this is a really nice house, but also some of the people, I mean, it doesn't have a bedroom on the first floor, or during the open house, people thought it was too big. Okay.
So that was the feedback that you got, the too big and the bedroom?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So it looks like you were asking $369,900 when it came off the market. Is that where you started?
We started at $379.
Gotcha. Well, did Pamela detail what she was doing to market the property?
No, not to me, no.
because typically it's going to be three reasons it doesn't sell. Marketing being one, the way it was priced or condition of the property. And it sounds like since you lowered the pricing, that may have been a factor, but it also sounds like the way that it was marketed could have been a factor as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where does your son go to school at?
Seaway High.
Okay. And are you going to be upgrading or downgrading properties?
Probably staying the same. We just want to move, we're moving to West Virginia. We're moving closer to family.
Oh, okay. And do you have a realtor there you're already working with?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So I'm going to talk to Karen, and we can do, we'd like to, at least develop a strategy to get you guys to West Virginia when you're ready.
All right.
Again, I'm Jeremy. I work for Karen Freed. Our company is the Welcome Home Realty team. We're part of Keller Williams Preferred. And when I get done here, I'll shoot you that email. And if you just wanted to reply, maybe, and just let me know you got it. And then when you're ready, we can set up a time for you to meet, you and Daniel to meet with Karen, my boss.
Okay.
Okay, well, Merry Christmas. And sorry it didn't get done for you the first time, but hopefully we can change that for you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, have a good day, Mrs. Rice.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys, so that's an ideal situation there for a expired listing. She had it on the market for a couple of months, excuse me, and the property didn't get sold. They were planning on relocating to another state. They were planning on uprooting their son and everything from school, and the facts are it did not get sold. And so they're not quite ready to do anything right away. That's okay. We're in the business of building relationships, and if we can help them in a few weeks, in a few months, that's what we'll do. Now, they may change their mind and decide to set up a time to meet with us sooner, but what I'm going to do is send that email, talk to the team, make sure that my team is aware of the situation, and then send her that email, and we'll follow up weekly with emails and calls just to check in to see how they're doing. And you never know, they may be ready to meet sooner than March, April. You never know. So that's a thumbs up call right there. That's exactly what we're looking for, because it's not always about the transaction right now. It's about building that relationship, so that way we can help them when they're ready and have them as a client for life. In real estate, it's not always about one transaction. It's about a lifetime of being able to help these folks. So I'm going to put that down as what's considered a hot nurture or a follow-up. Basically, that's something that can and will be something that could turn into a transaction, but they're just not quite ready to do anything at the moment. So the awesome thing is that call was recorded, so I'm able to download the call recording. I'm able to download the property information in a PDF format and email that over to my boss, Karen, who contracts me to make these phone calls. And I'll be able to email it over to her, so that way she is able to take a listen to the call, and then I'll email some notes and that type of thing so she's on the same page. And then we'll give her Jessica, the lady I just spoke with, and shoot her an email with our information. And then Karen may even reach out to them just to say hello and let them know that we're here to help when they're ready. So if you guys have questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas on that one, feel free to put it in the chat box, and I'll field those questions. Thanks, Sean. Smooth. How about the follow-up emails? What about it? What's your question on the follow-up email, Sean? in the follow-up email, it's pretty simple. What I'm going to do is, thank you for your time. We're really sorry that the property didn't get sold with the previous company. Here's a link to our website. Here's a link to the website. Here's a list of recent properties we've sold in your area. And let us know a good time that would be good for you to meet with our team to hear how we get the job done for you. It's basically what it's looking like. And then I'll follow up that email because we'll get notifications when they open it up and that type of thing. And basically just make ourselves available to help. The more we get the prospect or sellers in the mindset that we're here to help and not necessarily always about making a commission, they're going to see that we're actually trying to help them, and we have a really high likelihood of them selecting us to work with to actually list the property and get it sold. So it's relationships over transactions. Thanks for the interaction, Sean. It means the world to me. And again, if you guys are liking what you see here, if you find this useful, please do me a favor and hit the like button. Please do me a favor and share this on your feed or other groups of people you think might be interested in learning more about what I do. And I'm going to send over an email. Let's see here. What'd you say, Sean? Okay. So I'm going to send Karen an email so she's aware of the call, and then we'll also send an email to the seller that I just spoke with, and then what else, she'll go into the CRM, into Karen's CRM, and she'll get hit with automatic emails and that type of thing. So we created that relationship. So the goal here would be able to meet with them, get their properties listed and sold, to be able to get them to West Virginia like they want. What's up, Nelson? Let me go ahead and replay that call for you guys while I'm doing the admin side of the things here.
Hello?
Hi, this is Bryce.
So this is a playback of the call that just happened.
It's Jeremy with Keller Williams Preferred calling about your property on Silk Street.
Okay.
We saw that it expired on the MLS today, so we were wondering if there's anything that we could do to help you get it sold.
Not at this moment. I think we're just gonna keep it off the market for a few months.
When you do relist in a few months, do you plan to work with the same team, or would you be open to interviewing different strategies?
I think we'd be open, but that's really up to my husband.
Of course, and I wouldn't expect you to make any decisions right now. If you'd like, I'd like to send you a quick one-time email with Karen and my boss's information, so when you and Daniel are ready, we can set up a time for you to meet with her.
Okay.
What's the best email?
JessicaRice@yahoo.com.
So your first name, last name at yahoo.com.
Yes.
Did you get any feedback from PJ Investments as to why it didn't sell?
Probably just the time of the year.
Did they say that? Because we're selling a lot of property right now.
Yeah, it's probably just, she said it was just the time of the year.
Gotcha. Well, just so you know, Karen, my boss, this is where she sells the most property this time of year, and I can send you information so you can take a look at that.
Okay.
And all I'd like to do when you're ready is set up a time for you and Daniel to meet with her and hear what her strategy would be to market the property and get the job done for you.
Okay.
months in your mind you're thinking you would want to relist in February, March?
Probably, maybe even April. I don't know. I have a son who is going to be graduating high school, so we probably won't be looking to move until after he graduated in June.
Gotcha. So if it had sold when you had it on the market, what were the plans?
We had a contract on a house, and we would move, but now it would just be too late.
So you found something and it was on contingent of this selling?
Yes.
Well, I'll talk to Karen, and what we'll do is we'll just look at the numbers, and when you're ready, we can definitely develop a strategy to help you guys get into that new house and get this one sold. So I'll shoot you an email, and when you're ready, just let us know, and I'll have Karen come by, meet with you guys, and at least let you know what we can do different so you can have a different strategy in mind.
All right. Sounds good.
If we had a buyer today, hypothetically, because we don't, but if we did, would you consider selling today?
So this is a call that just happened.
Probably not now. No.
I mean, if everything lines up as far as the new property and this being sold for the right price.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, probably.
I know it's hard to say because you probably expected it to sell the first time, and there's probably a little bit of frustration there.
Yeah, I definitely did, because houses in this neighborhood generally go pretty quickly, and this is a really nice house, but also some of the people, I mean, it doesn't have a bedroom on the first floor, or during the open house, people thought it was too big. Okay. But
So that was feedback that you got, too big in the bedroom?
yeah,
Gotcha. So it looks like you were asking $369.9 when it came off the market. Is that where you started?
we put it at $379.
Gotcha.
So they had a price drop. They had to
Well,
lower it 10,000.
Did Pamela detail what she was doing to market the property?
No, not to me, no.
So she had no clue what type of marketing was happening.
Because typically it's going to be three reasons it doesn't sell. Marketing being one, the way it was priced or condition of the property. And it sounds like since you lowered the pricing, that may have been a factor, but it also sounds like the way that it was marketed could have been a factor as well.
Yeah.
Where does your son go to school at?
Seaway High.
Okay. And are you going to be upgrading or downgrading properties?
Probably staying the same. We just want to move, we're moving to West Virginia. We're moving closer to family.
Oh, okay.
So the motivation is to get to West Virginia so they can be closer to family.
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm going to talk to Karen, and we can do, we'd like to, at least develop a strategy to get you guys to West Virginia when you're ready.
All right.
Again, I'm Jeremy. I work for Karen Freed. Our company is the Welcome Home Realty Team. We're part of Keller Williams Preferred. And when I get done here, I'll shoot you that email. And if you just wanted to reply, maybe just let me know you got it. And then when you're ready, we can set up a time for you to meet you and Daniel to meet with Karen, my boss.
Okay.
Okay, well, Merry Christmas. And sorry it didn't get done for you the first time, but hopefully we can change that for you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, have a good day, Mrs. Rice.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So guys, that was a replay of the call that I just made. In the meantime, I sent you an email over to Karen so she could listen to the call, and so she can. Then I also sent an email to Jessica with Karen copied on it, so we can open that that communication up. And the last thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to send a text message via Google Voice with Karen included in that text message over to Jessica. Jessica, that was her mobile number we were talking on, so I can go ahead and send a quick text message as well. And with the 3 communications of calling, texting, and emailing, that's really, you want to be able to communicate on all levels. You never know which one's easier for the prospect or client, and want to make yourself available through calling, through texting, and through emailing. So that's old school calling, using the new school twist with texting and emailing, that fusion of prospecting. So I'll just put a simple text. It is, Jessica, it's Jeremy, we just spoke. Here's the link to our website. It's pretty simple. And it will be a group text between the woman I just spoke with, myself, and Karen. And then we will move on to the next call here. So for those of you that have been tuning in, thank you. If you have questions, comments, or thoughts or ideas, I'm open to feedback. If you want to know more about what I do here, I'll put a link to my calendar in the chat so we can touch bases a little bit later. You can always send me a direct message or contact me on my page. I'm always available to answer questions, or if you have interest in my service. So I'm going to wrap this live session up. We'll wrap it up on that good note. We had one great call, and that call has a strong likelihood of being converted to a listing. So if you guys, like I said, want to reach out to me, if I can help in any way, please let me know. I'm Jeremy Marquez, J Marqeting. I call, you close more real estate listings. Have a good day, guys.